Hey everyone, Matthew Loop here. I am super excited to come at you today, and I have something that is very cool to share with you. And I'm going to preface this by saying, in no way are these results typical whatsoever. And I wouldn't expect anything, but I'm going to share with you a pretty cool and inspirational case study that I think will give you some great ideas that you can test and try in your own practice or business marketing. So again, let me repeat. These results are in no way typical, but I want to share this with you to inspire you. So yesterday I was speaking with a client over in the UK via Skype, and I've always said this everywhere but the United States, and by the way, there's still a massive opportunity here in the United States, but over in the UK or in Europe or Australia, New Zealand, pretty much everywhere except the United States, it's like it was 7 years ago on these social platforms. I mean, it's pretty insane. And so I always have a lot of fun when I work with clients overseas. And I love all my clients, but it's just amazing because, it kind of makes me look like a rock star. And like, these are just simple things that anyone can do. So I'm not more special than anyone else, but it's just a really cool feeling. And so I'll call this another unicorn case study. So here's what happened. One of my clients, we're on Skype, and before we started coaching together, he was running video ads, and he was actually attracting patients that would come in the office just from his videos. It's a strategy that we teach. And he was just delivering great value to the market, sharing activities of daily living and some things that would help with pain and discomfort and to live a better lifestyle. So he had all of these video views, and he didn't create custom lists. At this year's Social Media Revenue Summit, I actually talked quite a bit about creating customized audiences within Facebook. And the cool thing is, when you create these customized audiences, let's say you've been running videos for the last 8 months to 10 months to a year, well, you can go back in and create a custom audience of people that have watched that for 50% of the time, or those videos. And so he had all of this goodwill built in his community. And so we created a couple more pieces of content. We circulated them so there was more familiarity there, and we sequenced it a certain way. And he eventually made an offer to come and get checked out and get a scan in the office, which is really, really cool. And he has this a couple times per year, but he made a specific offer. And lo and behold, from the $230-something he spent in this ad, eventually over 52 patients came in because of it, which was amazing. I mean, like, that is basic sequencing and retargeting, coming back around to people that have already raised their hand and said, I'm interested in what you have to say. Tell me more. And the great thing is about if you do Facebook advertising or Instagram or all this other stuff the right way, yes, you can attract people on the front end through the direct response, but you got to realize that most people are not going to necessarily buy immediately, even if they have a problem or they know they need to see a chiropractor. This is just the human mind. So naturally, more trust needs to be built. That relationship needs to be nourished, and when it hits a certain tipping point, you can interject with the right message and start to see a windfall just like that, which is exactly what happened to this coaching client. So, I mean, even if you put together a sequencing strategy from the current content that you have, and it attracted 1/10 of that result. I mean, if you spend $250 and it brings in, let's say 5 patients, that's still probably a really good return on investment for you. Now, for this doctor, I think his average case value is roughly around $1,000 per patient, that was a really good return on investment. And again, overseas case results and studies are very fascinating to me because it's, a similar thing happened when I was working with a doctor in Rome, Italy, not too long ago, and very few chiropractors doing anything over there, and bam, all of a sudden it hit like a wildfire just from some Google content as well as some Facebook. So very powerful stuff. Now, even if you're a doc tuning in the United States, there's so much opportunity at your fingertips because most doctors and people in general aren't going to do those things every single day. And if they stop and stutter, and if they don't get the results that they're looking for right off the bat, they're going to fall by the wayside and say, hey, this stuff doesn't work. But I'm telling you, be in it for the long haul. While there are short-term, just amazing explosions that can happen, a lot of the battle is won over the long term. I wanted to share that with you, though, because I just thought it was a fascinating case study. So no, Facebook is not dead despite all the turmoil that's going on. It's still a very powerful medium that our average client or subscriber base is currently on. And if you know that you're capable of more with your Facebook outreach or Instagram or social media, let's have a conversation. Message me. If I can help you, that's fantastic. If I can't, then I'll refer you to somebody else that can. But I'm pretty sure I've encountered any challenge or obstacle that you faced along the way, and I can definitely help you grow. This client out of the UK, he had been planting seeds for a while, and he was getting some results. Planting seeds, and he just, as soon as we made the right offer to those individuals that were already warmed up, the floodgates open. So that is something to expect when you warm up your audience the right way. And I will tell you something else. I just had a conversation with another client about this today. In the next year, my personal recommendation is to invest all that you can in Facebook and Instagram. Invest as much as you can, because there's going to come a point in time, and I've said this for a long time, that the costs are going to dramatically rise. As soon as big money gets in to Facebook and Instagram, and we have some major corporations right now that are already coming in, but as soon as all of this money flows through Facebook, then you can expect to pay 3 to 5 times more very easily on and pretty much any type of promotion or outreach that you run. Now, what's the byproduct? Let's say if you invested over the next year and it really didn't produce as great of return as you want, you still have to think of it in terms of, if you were to spend that much on major media to try to hit critical mass in your marketplace, how much would you spend? You'd spend about 50 times more. In fact, my sister used to work for television. She could tell you, if you want to become famous in any given market, this is what you spend on commercials. You run them at this time, and for about $350,000, we can do it for you. We can do that for such a fraction of the cost nowadays on Facebook. And if you do it the right way, then you're going to have that brand awareness. People will know you as either what you've branded yourself as in the marketplace. I always like to say that if you don't tell people and train them what to think and how to perceive, they're going to think and perceive something else, and it's probably not going to be what you want. So within this next year, your goal, if you have a brick and mortar business, chiropractic practice, or you sell stuff online, aside from all the direct response marketing you might be doing to try to have that immediate effect, you need to be investing in content, investing in relationships building. And I'm telling you, if you pour as much money invested as you can, it will pay off. It always does. It always does. And the worst case scenario, what's going to happen is you're going to be recognized in the bank teller or down the street in the grocery store. I have so many clients that message me all the time and say, hey, it's pretty cool to get recognized in this restaurant. He's like, aren't you the pediatric chiropractor? Yeah, well, that's me. And it's a very cool feeling to be known for the right reasons. This is the power at our fingertips. So again, I just wanted to share that little case study with you to tell you that big things are still possible. Keep pushing, and if you need any help along the way, reach out to me, let me know, ask me any questions that you have. I'm here for you. I've encountered any challenge or obstacle that you'll face using social media to grow your practice or your brand. I'm very fortunate. I've been in this game a long time, way back since the MySpace days, kept my finger on the pulse of Facebook, YouTube, any platform that's high leverage that will grow your brand quickly. So hope you're having a fantastic day, and let me know how I can help you in the future. I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.